Hi guys! Today we're going to be doing social studies. This is something we're going to do every Wednesday, and it's just a fun thing that we can learn new things about. So the topic that we're going to be doing for a while is famous inventors. And you're probably asking, Miss Naismith, what is an inventor? Well, an inventor is someone who comes up with a new process or device. So it could be a lot of different things. Today we're going to start off by learning about James Naismith. And he invented basketball. I know, how crazy. And you're probably thinking, Miss Naismith, how did he invent basketball? Well, I'm going to tell you. So what I found out while I was reading about him is that basketball is the only American sport that has a clear beginning that we can trace the origin and the founder. So the origin, here's my little flashcard, the origin of something is where something begins. So basketball is the only American sport where we can trace it all the way back to the origin and know who exactly came up with it and started it. And that man was James Naismith. So James was born in Canada on November 6, 1861. When he was really little, both of his parents died from typhoid fever. Typhoid fever is a sickness that it's a bacterial sickness, so something has to get into your body and it makes you feel really icky. And back then it was really, really dangerous. But now we have a vaccine. And a vaccine is something that they put in your body. Oh, my card got all smushed. It's a substance and it helps fight the diseases before you even get them. So you get the vaccine when you're little, before you could possibly be exposed to it, which it's not really as big of a deal now. And then it takes care of you for a really long time. So like a lot of kids get chickenpox vaccines or measles vaccines, and that really helps control the disease. Now we don't see it as often anymore because we have these vaccines. So after his parents died, he moved to live with his Uncle Peter, and he helped to work on the farm. And James was really athletic, which means that he was really good at sports. And one of his favorite games was called Duck on a Rock. And the object of the game was to get a small rock, that's what they called the duck, off of a larger rock by using a small stone. So there's 3 stones. I'm not really sure. We'll have to look into that. So this game actually helped him invent basketball later in his life. So when he got older, he went to college, and he loved playing sports, including football, lacrosse, rugby, and gymnastics. He's a very well-rounded athlete. And he graduated from college with a degree in physical education, and he worked as a PE teacher or a gym teacher. And later he worked for the YMCA in Springfield, Massachusetts. Now, Massachusetts is a state in the United States, and it can get very, very cold in the winter. So I want you to keep that in mind, because all the sports that I just named that he's really good at, football, lacrosse, rugby, those are all outside sports. Those are all sports you have to play in the outside, in a stadium somewhere, throwing the ball back and forth or tackling each other. But he's working in Springfield, Massachusetts, where it's really cold in the winters. So in the winter of 1891, so now he's 30 years old, James was put in charge of a group of rowdy boys. Now, rowdy means that they were very high energy. They had made a lot of noise. They carried on. But it's winter. So what is he going to do? So he had to find a way for them to burn off some energy. And the way that he did that was by inventing basketball, because it was something they could play inside. So he placed a peach basket that you would use at a farm to collect peaches or apples, and he put it high up on the wall, and he gave the boys a soccer ball to throw into the basket. And to keep the boys from getting hurt and from hurting each other, they couldn't run with the ball. They had to pass it around. So he called the game basketball because you had to put the ball in the basket. And eventually more rules got added, and basketball soon took off and became the sport that we know it is today. What I think is so awesome about this is that this is one guy one guy, a gym teacher, working at the YMCA in Springfield, Massachusetts. And he had a group of boys, and he said, oh, I can't take them outside. It's too cold out. But they got to burn off some energy. And he created a whole new sport from it. A sport that across the world is watched so much. And we have so many wonderful athletes who've come out of basketball. And I'm sure you all know them. I'm not going to list them because I don't know basketball that well. But it's something so simple. Just creating a game for his kids to play so that they could burn off some energy. And it later turned into this huge sport that has multi-million-dollar athletes, and it's on TV all the time, and there's big championship games, and it's a big deal. And it started in a gym in a little town in Massachusetts during a really, really cold winter. The reason that I want us to learn about inventors is that a lot of times the inventions come from just a small act or a small thing, and it turns into something that we use every day or we do every day. And someday you guys might invent something, and it could be something that starts as a really small idea, and it could turn into something that everybody uses. So each Wednesday, I'm going to pick a new person to learn about. And if there's anybody that you really want to learn about, or a thing that you want to know how it got invented, tell me. I want to research it for you. I have a few set up that I'm ready to do, but if you guys come up with something and you really want to learn about it, I will gladly take the time to find out about it. So I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday. I hope you're having lots of fun at home. I miss you. And I will see you tomorrow for a writing lesson. And I will see you next week to learn about a new inventor. And after I sign off, I'm going to add James to our board over here. It says Social Studies with Ms. Naide. And I'm going to add him to our board. And every week, I will add the next inventor or thing that was invented that we're going to learn about. I can't wait to see what you guys want to learn about. And I hope you really enjoyed. I'm also going to tag another video that I saw. It's a kid. He gave me some of these facts because he's really good at his job. I'm going to tag his video because I think that it was super cool. And it's really short. It's just 2 minutes long. But he tells the story of James Naismith a lot more fun than I do. So I hope you enjoy.